I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how long I've had this song on my playlist for streaming. Is this a version with Ren and Lin? That's interesting. We just analyze this while I still continue to set up my stream. I'm kind of sleepy today. I hope everyone else is doing well. If I can figure out how to do this. I just don't want to leave everyone on complete silence, you know? It's already been a good 7 minutes. That's worth me talking. But, for those of you that don't know, I am Ryu, Ice Storm Dragon from the mystical world of Castatal. And I am an artist and variety stream person, variety games. I'm looking for words. I'm not finding them. I'm trying to speak at a different tone than I usually use because my microphone peaks a lot. So if I get too loud, I cut myself off. So let's just say I'm trying to find a new level of zen to stream at. Since I do, apparently by default, I guess, have a really loud voice. I say this every stream now, it's just, I guess a warning? That's the best way I can describe it. A warning. Oh my goodness, I wish I could type at any time ever. I sit here making typos. I'm just trying to post on my Discord about the fact that I'm live. There we go. Good. Interesting. Continue sharing. This just goes to show how much work goes into streaming. All the different sharings. Did you know? Did you know today is Bat Appreciation Day? I learned that. I would say yesterday, but technically it was like 3 in the morning or something like that. So it was still technically today that I learned that today is Bat Appreciation Day. I have a couple of bat friends and bat appreciators that I know. So I messaged a few of them and I was like, hey, happy Bat Appreciation Day. I haven't drawn too many bats, but it would be something. Hi, Chris. One day I'll have a microphone that doesn't peak. I want to be able to scream as loud as humanly possible into the microphone and have it not perish on me. That's the goal. I still need to find a particularly loud and screamy streamer that I can ask what mic they use. Or at least what settings they have on said mic so that I can figure out how to maybe change my settings so that my mic doesn't peak so much. I tried removing filters. So this is a filterless mic. I used to have filters on there because I thought, oh, maybe it would pick up too much background noise and blah, 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 blah. But, you know, in the end, it didn't really pick up that much background noise and whatnot. I'm taking my sweet time to share about me being live. Just gonna be one of those days. Little chill, relaxing, little cozy stream day. I might not talk much. I might talk a lot. It depends on how much I'm willing to, ramble, so to speak. I love how the Genshin community, half of them are freaking out because it's Xiao's birthday, and then the other half are freaking out because there was a friggin' snippet of Scaramouche in the new video that they released about, Arlecchino, and just that one snippet, they went, oh my god, new fit for Scaramouche. And so they've just been posting all the fan arts about that. So every time I open up my Twitter, it's just filled with Xiao and Scaramouche. So that's a whole thing. Kind of funny. It's kind of like the Hazo community. Every time there's the, like, blurriest little background picture of Hazo, the Hazo community is like, oh my god, it's my boy. I'm semi-guilty of that, although I don't notice as fast as others. I usually only notice when someone else has pointed out, and then I go, oh hey, it's my boy. Let me put a couple of hashtags on this to get people to see it more. I wish there was like a setting for like frequently used hashtags so that I didn't have to manually type in every single hashtag every single time. I could just like click down a list of frequently used hashtags for like me personally, obviously. Because which one was it? I think TikTok has something like that, where you have like, if you start typing in a hashtag, it'll like show you a whole list of most recently used hashtags, which is super convenient. I wish more places did that, instead of me having to manually type in like 15 little hashtags. Because right now, it's been almost 13 minutes till the start, and I'm still trying to share on my different socials about me being live. I've all but given up on sharing on Instagram. It's too much work at this point. Because all I can really do is share a little something to the story. I can't make a proper post about it, because Insta's, you know, more for art, and I don't have a lot of pictures that I can use to upload to say, hey, I'm streaming. I need to make some, though, for sure. Like, it would make my going live posts more visually interesting, you know? Let me see. What other hashtags do I usually use? Because I'm forgetting what I'm doing while I'm doing it. You have that problem? I kind of have that problem. Where you're in the middle of something and then you just kind of forget what you're doing in the middle of doing it. By the way, I do technically have a live tag that I use. Technically. It's RXY Live. And I've been using that recently. But, I haven't really publicized a lot of that. Can I do... Okay, here we go. Where... I know I have one. I'm trying to put the link in the comments of whatever I'm doing, because I heard that it helps with, it helps kind of boost engagement if you don't have your link directly in the post. It's one of many things that I've heard. Everybody always tries different things to see how well it helps. That's just one of the things that I heard and that I'm trying out now. I'm not sure if it'll actually help my engagement or not, but it's at least something I'm going to attempt. Okay, now I'll finally be switching over 16 minutes into the stream. My bad, y'all. Oh no. I hate that it doesn't just automatically turn those off. Hold on. There we go. It's I. It is me. Alrighty, now to actually get to work. Now, when we last left off, I was having an existential crisis because I couldn't figure out what canvas size I wanted to use. I kid you not. I was literally having a meltdown over what canvas size to use, because unfortunately my brain does that sometimes. But we, the royal we, decided I'm just gonna do one of each canvas size and layout, because I literally could not make up my mind. Like, at all. Period. I just could not decide. No matter how many days I spent pondering over it, or how hard I racked my brain, I could not actually come to a decision. So instead, I'm just gonna make a little bit extra work for myself and do one of each option because I could not decide. So rather than allow myself to continue being stressed out over the fact that I couldn't decide, I decided, let's just do both. Because that way I don't have to stress anymore. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. I might want to open that other one too. Yeah, maybe I'll open that other one and then use that as like a background of sorts, because I'm sure I can manipulate that well enough. Oh. Okay. I'll worry about that later. Background's not the priority right now. Here we go. Alright, this is where we left off. And this was one of the canvas size options. This is the one that I'm going to work on first, which has all the different expressions on it for the layout. So it's going to have like 4 different expression toggles. I am going to work on just coloring the main body part first, though, because there's no reason for me to worry about the rest of it. As you can see, we got the line art done. So that's good. While I will say I'm not 100% happy about this because she's just like on her little tippy toes, I can deal with it. It could just be like a little, haha, she's on her tippy toes kind of moment. Maybe to like emphasize that she's short. I haven't really decided on a canonical height for her. I'm gonna kind of leave that to whoever actually adopts it. Evolution will take its place. I'm not sure what that means. Right. Yes. Okay, so I have... Where's my navigator? There it is. Oh, hello? Nani? Why is my navigator... Okay, that was really weird. Really weird. What? Anyways, I have no idea. I have no idea what that was. I just tried to open my navigator. That was it. That was all I wanted. I just wanted to open my navigator a little bit. I don't know what size I should make it. Not present. See, surprisingly enough, compared to all of my streamer friends, I do a lot of solo streams. It's not necessarily because I don't want to stream with other people, it's just kind of what I've ended up doing since when I started streaming. I mostly did solo streams, so I guess it just became more comfortable for me to do solo streams. Especially when I do art. I typically don't have other people involved when I do art. Gaming, I'll get some other people involved sometimes. But, like, I mostly play games that aren't really suitable to multiplayer. Like, you know, I play Genshin, which has multiplayer, but it doesn't have the best multiplayer. I play all sorts of other little games that just really aren't built for multiplayer, like Sakuna of Rice and Ruin and Started playing Cuisinier recently. Just like a lot of little games that are really solo player games. Every once in a while I'll do like Destiny or something like that, but for the most part I just kind of like chill. Oh no, why are we... Can I zoom in, please? Every once in a while my art program doesn't like me. But that's okay. There we go. Gotta love the delay. Why do I have so many line art layers? Oh, I remember why I have so many line art layers. Solo player games are the best? Yeah. I'm really big on PvE versus PvP. I'm not a big PvP person. Okay, yeah, that's not how I wanted to type that, but you know what? I'm too lazy to change it. Alright, we're gonna do this. So the front and the back, we're gonna have different base colors so we can tell them apart. Oh my. Did I forget? I did indeed. Thank you. This part of the process always takes a little tiny bit, but that's okay. I still need to buy a new art tablet. Soon, I will say, it'll happen soon. I actually need a screen protector because I don't think I bought one the last time, but I'm not seeing any add-on options for a screen protector, which is sad for me, but... all I need to do is outline this whole thing. That line's uneven, it bothers me, but we're gonna ignore it because if I decide to be a perfectionist today, I'm not gonna get anything done. That's what happened last time. I had to stop because I was being a perfectionist. Being a perfectionist is the bane of my existence. Say that and then I make a mistake. This is fine. Speaking of, let me see here. Okay, perfect. There's that. I was wondering where that was. I couldn't see my mic audio from OBS, and I was like, I wonder where it is. Where did it go? I'm gonna try and channel my inner Bob Ross so I don't peek. My eyes are pixel perfect. I worked on a lot of UI, UX. I've never worked on any UI before. I have started trying to get into pixel artwork though. So I wouldn't say I'm pixel perfect, but I did want to kind of like make a little pixel style game just for funsies, you know, adding to the 500 things that I have to do already. So I've actually volunteered to do the pixel art for a game, like the sprites for a game for this group I'm involved in. We're still currently very much in the planning stage though, so we don't have anything concrete and I don't have to worry about the pixels just. But yeah, I'd like to make little cute old school RPG style little pixel games because I just think they're adorable and I love them so much. It's always something that I've wanted to get into doing, but never really had the time. So now I'm forcing myself by getting involved in this group project, because that means I have to do it. Nothing that motivates, like, stressing yourself out by giving yourself a timeline. Oh, that's what that is. Okay, I remember now. Peer pressure is the best motivation. No, I was thinking stress. Stress is the best motivation. I'm very highly stress motivated. For example, if I'm given a commission and then I'm paid everything up front, I will not sleep because I feel like I need to finish the commission yesterday. Stresses me out a lot. So I finish it a lot faster. This is why I make sure that I have an acceptable sketch before I actually accept any payments for commissions. Because I'm worried someone will pay me all up front and then I'll go, oh god, oh no, it's time. I have to have it now. It's gonna be very hard to do with VTuber models though, because no matter how hard I work, I will not finish it right away, and that distresses me. Also why when I receive money, I very rarely spend any of it for like months and months on end, because I'm also paranoid about all the horror stories that artists talk about where they get like charged back. There we go. That's it. That's the word. And it worries me a lot. I need to get an air spray can for cleaning out my keyboard. Sorry, I stopped because I heard a sound. A chargeback is when the person that paid the artist basically will like file through whatever thing that they paid for and basically says, oh, I didn't get it, so I want a refund. Because you can do that with digital products. Because if you don't explicitly mark, like on PayPal for example, if you don't explicitly mark, oh, there is no shipping for this because it is a digital good, PayPal will process it like you have to ship something. And, well, it might be illegal, but people do it all the time. They charge back and they, like, refund, like, donations and things like that through Twitch. And it happens all the time. I've seen some really good comebacks for that kind of behavior, though. Like, I know I've seen some artists who are like, oh, I got charged back, I lost a lot of money, so I just straight up released all of the things that they paid for free. Like, that's a power move right there. For real, power move. How do you refund a donation? I have no idea. Actually, I've never tried because I don't do that. But, I'm sure that they have some way to do that in case something, like, happens, or if you, like, run out of money, or something like that. And I'm sure that's what that's there for, but people will abuse that to kind of, like, make the streamer go broke. Which is not nice. Yeah. I've just seen so many horror stories about it that I'm just like, And then, of course, you have the bot problem. One time, I kicked into overdrive because someone got, wasn't really a bot, it was a person, I think, but like, it looked, they were getting scammed really bad, and I felt so bad. I got like that secondhand artist guilt, you know? So like, I charged them like a fraction of what I would normally charge someone to do a VTuber model just to fix theirs. Like, the secondhand guilt was real. I felt so bad. Plus, the amount of things that I will randomly do for people that people don't ask for, and I'll just do it for free. This is probably why everyone jokes about me, undervaluing my art. Because I just consistently will do stuff for free. Really funny. Bells. I thought... Okay, good, I did add that there. I was confused for a second. Careful with the hair here. I wish I got more like illustration commissions, because that kind of thing is nice and casual for me compared to the Vtuber models. I like doing Vtuber models though. It is fun, especially like when someone gives me a little bit of leeway for the character design. I really love character design, which is why I'm really happy with this little project that I'm doing where I'm trying to come up with designs for VTubers for like different types of dragons that aren't as commonly seen. I was thinking about steering clear of the traditional Eastern and traditional Western type dragons, but I don't know if I should include them anyways, because they're really common types to appear in the VTubing community. I won't blame you for that. I do that sometimes too, just less since I don't meet with people much. I love that that term got blocked. Something is really funny about that. You know what? For now, I will allow it. It's fine. I'll allow it for now, mostly cuz see, my channel is not technically an 18 plus channel. That's why it's probably a little bit stricter with certain terms like that. But oh, honestly, I could try. I have no confidence in that department. Because as you can see, you see the sort of style I did for my VTuber model, and then you see the sort of style that I did for the Wyvern girl. A lot of my stuff is kind of more ooh-woo baby than anything. Ah. Dang. Yeah, I saw a couple of stuff get auto-blocked when you were in Gira's channel too, from you. Oh no. Pen? Pen, where's the color? It's figuring its life out, we're good. There it goes. I need to get back to playing, God Eater 3, because I told myself I was gonna finish that game eventually. Oh no. Oh, the dot. Oh, the dot. There we go. Feel better now. I forgot God Eater was a game. I don't think they released a new title for a hot minute, so I don't blame you. I've never played any of the other God Eater games. I've literally only ever played 3, and I only got it just because I thought, oh, sweet. Like an anime style little game where you fight monsters and whatnot, and that's cool. I will say though, their character customization does leave a lot to be desired. I'm very finicky when it comes to character customization in games. Because that is a feature I really enjoy, so when I do get it, I'm super picky about it. Obsessively so. I only watched its promo anime, and it was so good that I am still to this day mad about it only being a promo. Ah. I saw part of the anime. I remember when they did the promo anime for Brain where the Fate app game, the Fate Grand Order, and I was like, ah, that's pretty sweet. They're doing a little anime for it. That's cool. And then I got kind of disappointed that they like skipped like 15 of the arcs and then started animating some of the later arcs, which made no sense to me. Because if you're gonna go from a promo to like animating other parts of the series, why do you like skip directly to like part 5 or 6? What is the point of that? Like, do the others. Kind of silly. There is such a large amount of things that I'm like, I would love to see a little bit more than just like a promo animation. Like, I know they're working on the Genshin anime, although it's not supposed to be like the game, it's supposed to be like a prequel to the game, which I don't mind, but like still think it would be really nice if they like for real did the game as an anime. If a novel slash game making an anime to promote said novel slash game, at least either make the storyline bad, or if it's successful, make a season 2. Yeah. Yeah. Like, you don't know how feral I'd get if they made, like, a Mystic Messenger anime. Like, oh my goodness. There's too many arcs in that game, though. Whenever you have a game with arcs, it's so difficult to animate it. Like, they did Devil Survivor 2 as an anime. Little salty they didn't decide to do the first one, but it's okay. I get it. The first one has a lot more religious terminology in it. So I understand why they probably didn't decide to do that one. Um, but I did like the whole Cain and Abel thing they had going on in the first one. That was very interesting. What do you mean? They already released the remake of Spice and Wolf. It's out now. It's like currently out. Yeah, it's on Crunchyroll. It was one of the spring animes they had release. I haven't I haven't checked it out myself. But I know it's something that they've had for a little bit now. I don't know how many episodes it has out. If I had to guess, maybe like 2. No more than 3, for sure. No way it has more than 3. Unless I'm wrong. Ugh. Wrong one. Casually fix that line, yep. Alright, I'll be seeing you later in the next 1.5 hours. Yeah, have fun. Uh, so for anybody that's a fellow Genshin fan, have you seen that new video for Arlecchino? I think it looks really, really cool, and I'm very happy about it. I love anything lore related. Like I said, they had a little segment in that video where they had Scaramouche wearing the little Fatui Harbinger coat jacket thing, and he had the hood up, and now that's like all over Twitter. It's like my entire feed is just that and Xiao's birthday. You can tell what fandoms I've involved in by the fact that I either get, hey, I went live, thank you for like coming to my stream, we rated this person post, or the I'm live post, or just Genshin. Just Genshin. Uh, I do have some artists that I follow too, so I do get some like art from them. But for the most part, they do like original character art or Genshin. So yeah, it's a big part of my feed on Twitter. Getting close to being done outlining this part, and then I have to outline the other part. How fun. You can see it's already taken me almost 30 minutes just to do the outline for this one. I wish the little thingamabobber for the little fill tool was a little bit better. Because the enclose and fill just does not work for me for whatever reason. I've always had trouble with it. It's quite irritating, actually. I wish they would, like, make it better, you know? Because I don't understand how the artists just go like, whoop, and then it fills perfectly. Because if I went to the enclose and fill tool, I'm just going to show you exactly what I mean. As soon as it loads. Okay, so I'm going to go up to enclose and fill. And then I'm going to, like, circle this. As you can see, it, like, escapes the lines and stuff. That's already line escaping already. That's my bad. Either way, it's not something I can afford to, mess around with. Meanwhile, on the other hand, the other thing that I use, which is paint unfilled area, seems to work significantly better, and I know you can't really tell, but, like, I don't have the same problems, basically. It's a bit more time-consuming of a process, but it works. I need to do the other part. It's a little bit of a safety save right now, might as well. My father today told me that dinner tonight is meat. He did not specify. He just said meat. I do not know what this means. I do not know what he means by meat. I don't think he means chicken. It's probably something with beef. Then I have to figure out what beef dish is he making? Because what does meat mean? It's fine. Oh, he's so odd. Alright, let me just pick a slightly different color here that we're gonna do for this. We start outline part 2, Electric Boogaloo. If we get to any actual coloring today, I'm gonna consider that a feat. Because unfortunately, I tend to be a slow worker. I want to do little practice sessions so that I can get better speed-wise. And that I could work faster. Or maybe, like, come up with a more efficient working method. Unfortunately for now, though, I don't really have any ideas on how to do that. But I do want to eventually become more efficient at drawing. It'll help me get my work done faster, and then I can probably relax a little bit more, or take on more commissions. Just anything that will be to my benefit, you know? Now the colors are only slightly different, but that's fine. They still do their job. Can still differentiate between the two plenty well. This is actually part of the God Eater soundtrack. She's quite a cute looking character, and I am very happy about that. That was the whole point. The next one I do in this series is going to be a massive contrast, because it's meant to be a lot darker of a character. If he ends up looking like some high schooler's little angsty boy OC, I think I'll be happy with that. There we go. There's quite a few franchises from Nintendo that I think I would like to see kind of redone, remastered, re-released, because I know they're doing a lot of like Persona games right now, which is not necessarily strictly Nintendo, I will say, but several of them are like released on the Switch. I will say I would love certain Nintendo specific games though to be remastered and re-released, because I think it would be really nice for sure. Like, I know I loved the Devil Survivor series, and the emulators just can't really work quite well with that. And I would super adore to have like a proper version of that. Mine's a little bit there. Hmm. Perfect. Okay. Back to work. I'll say, in terms of television series that are out now, I don't watch a lot of American television. Mostly because it annoys me now. The writing isn't really that good, especially compared to what they were putting out even just like 10 years ago. I mean, heck, even just 5 years ago, they were putting out better shows. But nowadays, they're all kind of bleh. I am, however, watching Shogun. That has proven to be quite an interesting series. I know I have the book. I didn't finish reading the book, I will admit, but I do have the book. I thought it was a really interesting read for what little that I read of it. I definitely need to get back into it. Kind of the same way I need to get back into like my read through of the Lord of the Rings books, because I told myself I was going to start reading them. And I've really only ever gotten through The Hobbit like 10 or 20 times, because I keep finishing The Hobbit and then getting distracted, not moving on to Fellowship of the Ring, and then continuing The Hobbit again. I just really like The Hobbit. It's extraordinary, though, to think that The Hobbit was originally written for children, because Nowadays, if a child reads The Hobbit, it's like, oh my goodness. That child read this book. This book is such a high reading level. It shouldn't be a high reading level, because it used to be written for children. So legitimately, what is the point? Just one of those, 3 a.m. thoughts I have. Oh gosh, I keep finding more lines that I need to erase, and also I keep putting my hand in front of my face so I freeze. Whoops. I need to stop doing that. Alright, that looks fine. Anyways, back to the earlier subject. I don't know what my dad has planned for dinner, but I hope it's something good. Because I am always down for some good foods. For Easter, I made like pastel pink and pastel blue deviled eggs. I actually had a lot of fun dyeing those. It was my first time dyeing deviled eggs, but I had so much fun. Ah, wow, 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 wow. I don't know when they're gonna come out with Percy Jackson Season 2, but like, people have talked about the projected filming schedule, and like, they're not gonna be able to film fast enough for the kids to stay, you know, kids during the filming. Someone said they're not gonna finish the series until like the cast are like in their 30s, and I'm like, that's awful. Hello there, I'm doing good. Welcome to stream. I see that you're a first-time chatter. Just working on a little character sheet of mine. Not for me, obviously, because my character design is completely different. The character that I'm planning to auction off once I get everything situated. There's probably one of the hardest parts to outline here, mostly just because I keep accidentally drawing outside the line. Very gently, the lines. There we go. Perfect. I have very little consistency when it comes to the thicknesses of my line. And whenever I do change the thicknesses of the line, it's a little bit wonky because it almost changes my art style completely based on how thick or thin the lines are. It's kind of wild to actually look at. I'm not gonna lie. Oh no, I've done it again. Okay. Okay. You have a good day. We're just gonna keep on working forward. We're getting there. Getting close. I can feel it in my bones. I love the Genshin soundtrack. It's so pretty. I'll wait until Natlan comes out, and then I have more soundtrack. I can add that to my little playlist too. My playlist that is like 21 hours of music for streaming. Every once in a while I do get muted audio, and I do have to work out which song has been muted, because I just kind of add them and hope for the best. However, the Genshin soundtrack pretty much is pretty solid in terms of being usable. Same with most game soundtracks, although every once in a while they have a song that's like a big no-no. Just the general, music for the atmosphere, though, is typically okay. I remember specifically. I don't remember specifically what this song was for. I want to say it was, Storm Terror's Lair. It feels like Storm Terror's Lair. So, known as Old Mondstadt. You know, I actually saw someone in Hoyo Labs defending... actually, no, I don't even think it was Hoyo Labs. I think it was someone's chat. And they were defending, Dekarabian. And I was like... Bro, the tyrant who literally walled in his people and said they couldn't go outside, you're defending that guy? It was an odd moment. Very odd moment. They also tried to defend Celestia, which... It's kind of a gray area in the game whether or not Celestia is actually evil or not, so that one is a little bit better, I guess, but... I don't know that there's necessarily been any information presented that presents Dekarabian as being anything less than what people said he was, which was a tyrant that locked up his people. Robbed them of their freedom. So, like... I just don't understand how someone could defend that, you know? I've been, starting to read some of the books that they give you in Genshin, because, you know, there's a lot of lore hidden in those books. I need to read them more, because the one that I was reading about, Vanessa, it was kind of like before she was called Vanessa. She wasn't always called Vanessa. So, I was reading through that. I don't think I finished. I can't remember if I finished or not. But I was, I at least started it. But yeah, I love the game quite a bit, so I have been meaning to, like, read their little lore books so that I can know more. I wish to know all of the information. Who knows, maybe I'll find some evidence to back up this person's claim, but until then, I'm just gonna find it a little bit odd. Each their own, though. We're getting close to the end now. And then we can actually start coloring it for real. I really need to make the places where lines meet a little bit thicker. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the follow, WinterMoon577. Welcome, welcome. In case you weren't there for my intro, quite a bit a while ago now. I am Ryu. I Storm Dragon from the mystical world of Castatal. I do not touch on my lore often, but it exists somewhere out in the ether. Welcome to stream. I do arts and things, and then also games and things whenever I feel like it. I try to alternate between the two so that my art people always have something and my game people always have something. Just keep it balanced, you know? Yeah, welcome, and I hope you enjoy your stay. I have colored outside the lines again. Oh no, there we go. We're getting relatively close to the next follower goal, which is the stream where I end all my sentences with nya. I'll definitely have to slap some cat ears on for that one, but I do plan to reveal my cat-made PNG when the time comes. Still a little ways off, though. Still got a little bit more. Just gotta finish doing this. There we go. Perfect. Now, you. Glorious. Okay, front and back, done with the base, which means we can now get on to actually coloring them for real. Gotta resituate my position. Always take time to readjust yourself so that you don't sit on one leg for too long. Because I sit on my feet. Like a little gremlin. Oh no. I don't think y'all can hear that. That's fine. I'll leave it be. The dog is barking in the background. I don't think it's audible through my mic though. So that's perfectly alright. Why is she barking though? I can't see. I think we were supposed to have someone come out today to look at our pipes? I don't know. Alrighty, where's my mouse? Perfect, okay. We're gonna get to coloring. And then I think I want to make the little color swatches look like flowers. That seems like a cute idea to kind of match the floral theme that this character has. Where do I want to put them on the color sheet? Down, or do I want a side? Maybe I'll do a side here, and then here is where I have little boxes with the 4 different expressions. Design-wise, that seems okay. Okay, that's what I'll do. You'll catch me yawning quite frequently. I'm kind of one of those people where I'm, like, always a little bit tired. Even when I'm not actually tired, I still yawn a bit, which is a bit odd, but I've yet to figure out why it does that. Oh, for my 5.0, I need to make my little ahoge more swooshy. How goes drawing so far? I just finished outlining and doing the fill color for the base of the back and the front. That's all I've done. That's all I've done in the last hour. It's fine. It took like 30 minutes each. It's okay. I figured I wasn't gonna finish it today, and I haven't finished the rigging showcase either, so there's no rush on this. Okay, we're gonna clip the folder to the layer below. And then starting with the skin layer. Perfect. Do that. I should probably go ahead and preemptively make the area where I can put the little color swatches. wow. I also need a... Yeah, I should probably, like, import... Probably import in the actual character picture so I can color pick from it. If I'm picking the right colors. First things first, though. We're gonna make the little spot for the colors to go, but we're not talking about that. We're gonna make the little bar for the colors to go first. 10 is not gonna be enough, but I can probably at least off. Then that. There's nothing. Okay, there's no discrepancies there. I had to zoom in a lot to make sure. Okay, so that'll be where we put the colors, and then we'll have the 4 little character expression previews in this little area here, because that seems more than adequate. Alright, perfect. I'm sure I can import... I'm sure I have an image to import. Alrighty. Surely have you somewhere. Probably under work in progress? Missing the shoes still. There we go. How dare you? There we go. Now we have our color picking source. However, I'm gonna make that infinitely smaller because, oh my goodness. There's no reason it needs to be that large. Cool. Now we can just... Boink. As you can see for this one, I went for a slightly pinker tone for the skin. Kind of match the pinkness of the hair. I'm coloring with the wrong pen. There we go. There's not a lot on her that is skin colored, because of the wings. And most of it being covered, so... Just a little bit for the legs and for the face. There, and then question why? No, I'm not gonna make that in colored. Or should I? Okay, I'm gonna do the colors later. Want to have... some semblance of what I'm doing, but I am bad at coming up with thoughts. That is the line tool. That is what I want. We're gonna find a symmetry ruler. Oh. Okay. Symmetry ruler. Oh, about... I think the center is. Looks correctish. Perfect. Now for the first color, we're gonna have... How many colors? 1, 2... 3... Oh! Hi! Welcome in! Yeah, hi! God, my brain's not working. Thank you for the raid. How was your stream today? Welcome, raiders. I am Ryu, the Ice Storm Dragon from the mystical world of Castital. I'm trying to speak in a calmer tone because I've noticed issues with my mic peaking a lot recently. But yeah, welcome in. Right now I'm working on a character design sheet for this little Wyvern girl that I kind of did a whole model for. But yeah, welcome in, welcome in. I hope your stream went well. Hi, Miso. You already were lurking. Yeah. Well, I was getting ready to start kind of throwing down colors here. I was gonna try and make it look like little flowers. Okay, if I could just... I wanted it to look like little flower petals. It looks more like a clover, though. Yes, abyss, strongly. For the bottom one, maybe the side ones. I was gonna do that freak out thing that it does sometimes when I do undo. But yeah, I hope y'all were doing well. I have just been kind of chilling. I would say like a villain, but I'm so far from that. Okay, oh, here we go. Uh-huh. What if I just... Yeah, okay, so what if I just... And then I can make flowers this way. I must go procure the food stuff before Miso and Ace and me. So I shall be lurking. Hope you have a wonderful stream. Yeah, absolutely, and thank you again for the raid. And just make nice little flowers here. You got this. Gotta figure out if I'm losing my mind or not. It's like slightly off, but not enough that it really bothers me that much. Yeah, that'll do, I think. Yeah, I was thinking about doing something like that for the different color swatches. Okay, so now we gotta grab our shading color because I cannot be bothered. We're gonna set our little symmetry tool. Yep. I'm having a day. Symmetry ruler to be visible on all layers for just a second. That when I do this color here, weird. I don't like that. That's less weird. I like that more. Better. Good. Okay, we appreciate that. Oh wait, I need to turn off the ruler. Now we can paint freely. As soon as it lets me be free. Cool, there we go. Why is the brush size this? You know what? It's fine. I don't have questions. Gently kind of like do that. You do the thing where I do the like Angry Bird strategy. How I do kneecaps. Definitely gonna require a smaller brush. Trust me, this makes logistical sense, I swear. I just gotta blend it out a little bit. Also, again, for those of you that weren't there in the beginning, happy Bad Appreciation Day! I actually know what's happening here, so I'm just gonna blur it out and call it a day. Bit of a gentle blur too. Blur within acceptable margins. Maybe I'll do a little bit of a spray paint here. Hold on. Make sure part. I'm gonna try. Sure. Yes. Yep. I don't need to be this extra. I don't. It's mostly just for like showing off the outfit and whatnot. But then I'm like, let's do really complex rendering for no reason. No reason. We're just doing it to be silly, I suppose. Ah. ちょっと待って. No, 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 no. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Not quite. That'll have to. Ba-ba-ba. Make that one. I have no protocol for shading the back of the legs, so I'm just gonna go for it. YOLO. Sure. That'll do. In this stuff. I don't know if I'm a good reference to use for anybody trying to learn art because I do not know what I'm doing most of the time. Like with this nose, I have no idea what's going on. Maybe do a little bit of a blending here. Sure. I need a little bit of a blush. Tips of the ears, yep. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Next thing is probably going to be the eyes. That's going to be a multi-phase plan there. I suppose eyes and mouth. Notice there's always way less shading inside my mouths than everywhere else. I just don't render them that much. I'm not sure if I should render them more, or if I should just, like, not. I'm not sure what's better. For eyes. Ooh, this is gonna be a tough one. I'm hungry, actually. I don't have anything to nibble on, though. Who the heck? I just noticed a vehicle in my driveway. They're leaving, though. Oh, well. Don't you just hate when you have a visitor and you just don't even notice ever? Let me find the darkest color. Darkest color is gonna be right about. That feels not. Like we have yellow at the bottom, and then of course pink. There's so much going on with the eyes. Oof, duh, yeah, no, that doesn't at all make a little flower petal thingy. Okay. Reduce the size of my little brush here. 7's still too much. 4 could do it, who knows. That looked more like an asterisk than anything, is it? Oh, I'm overcomplicating it, that's why. I am overcomplicating the petals. Kind of. I can fix it. Like that. That'll do. If it'll move. Thank you. Okay. Now we just need to duplicate it. There. Fade them a little bit. And lighten them a little bit too. Bottom. That's fine. Right? Hold on. More of a purplish color, I think. We'll just change the color to be a little bit purplish. Ah. Easy solution. Tonal correction. Purplish. And then we'll make a highlight layer. As per usual, she's such a cute bean. Now I have to get the, I'll add the pink later. Alright, next phase is the hair. Positions again. Probably need to get a new chair. It creaks so much. The amount of paranoia I have that this chair is just gonna, like, collapse one day. Knock on wood. A scary thought. Oh, I have to have 2 different shades of pink listed. Actually, maybe 3, because I just thought about the horns. Horns are technically a shade of pink, I think. But yeah, next time I'm definitely getting like a laminated screen protector, because I need one for my art tablet, because this one is so scratched up. Progress is good progress, so I'd say we're making great progress right now. Nice to listening to the sound of the pen go over the tablet, though. Very relaxing. Kind of reminds me of the sound of like a fresh marker going over paper. I made it lighter at the bottom. Interesting choice. I definitely want to get into, like, maybe in the future making Genshin merch, but right now I'm just not there. Mentally or experience-wise. Because making merch is a lot of work. I do envy the merch artists because they're so good at what they do. And they also do that stuff very quickly. Because the speed at which I've seen them crank out merchandise for different franchises, oh my goodness. Like, the instant it's out, they'll have something. It's madness, but like in the oh my goodness, I very respect that kind of madness. It makes watermelon colors. Okay, focus. Uh-huh. So the darker color is going to be this here. Hardly noticeable, but it's something. Up, it's that darker color. Bottom, it's this lighter pink color. This one right. I wanted her to look like a pretty little flower, but I also wanted her hair to look very feathery, which I think I managed to accomplish. There's no particular reason why I wanted it to look feathery. It was just something that popped into my brain, and I thought this would be cute. And sometimes that's all you need. Here's, I didn't do a whole lot of shading. Did, however, do lighting. We need the skin tone. I did do one down at the bottom there, so that's definitely something I did. it's vague enough that it works still perfectly well. Okay. There, we're gonna do wings and tail. Seems adequate. Especially since it's the other shade of pink that I need. Okay. Really gotta be careful because of the pinkish tone of the skin, you can see how the pink and the skin color kind of blends together a little bit. At least until we shade it, that is. Once we shade it, it's not gonna be as big a problem. Gotta appreciate these massive little bat wings. I wonder who started the bat style wings for like dragons. I wonder who started that. Because there's also versions where they're like super feathery. It's like, okay. Some people are like, yes, they're like birds. And then the other people are like, nah, they're not like birds. They're like, I don't know, friggin' bats. Man. Oh, my foot's falling asleep. One of the things that I'm trying to do is I am trying to speak more as a streamer because I've heard it's better to talk more. I keep trying to come up with subjects to talk about. So if the subjects seem like really random subject changes, that's probably why. I'm still trying to figure out a good balance of what to talk about and things like that. Because there's only so much I can accomplish on art streams specifically, where I'm just sort of doing art because it's so easy for me to get distracted and then to just stop talking entirely. Sometimes you just get so focused, you just kind of forget. Although I will say one thing I won't forget is my tummy, because it is working hard to remind me that I have not eaten lunch. It wants me to know that. However, there's nothing that I will be doing about that. Because in a matter of hours, I'll probably be having dinner. One can hope, at least. Alright, here's the base colors for the wings and tail. Along quite nicely. be careful about... I did it again. I have to be very careful about how I shade the wings. Anyway. Just gonna grab this right here. Might have to shrink those colors. Probably definitely gonna have to move them up. Easy though. I can definitely fit at least one more in there. I'm definitely gonna need more than one though, so it's definitely gonna have to shrink. Okay, use the new airbrush. The normal one. Every time I look at this drawing, I'm like, tell me you don't know how bat wings work without telling me you don't know how bat wings work. Like, they feel a little bit off to me, but that might just be my perfectionist brain going off, you know? So I've decided to, against my better judgment, completely ignore this little voice in my head. Oh, incorrect, false. That is not the color that I wanted. Now I gotta do the scales. I'm gonna do this very carefully. There's a darker line I'll have to take care of. Okay, now I need the lighter scales, which are going to be a much lighter pink, potentially close to white. Why are we not? Oh, we switched colors for some reason. Weird. Oh no, we did switch colors. Hmm. I did switch colors. Hold on. That's probably good enough. Do I classify the horns as a different color? Because they look really similar except for at the base. Yeah, it's like basically the same. I'll put the horns and the claws on the same layer just to like reduce what I'm doing, I guess. Yeah, that's like the same color. Let's go a little bbit darker, I will admit. Here's... Let's just do that. That's not exactly honest. Fine. That's not it. Nope. I understand. What if I just around the outer edges there? Then that looks weird, so no. Got like a secondary shading color, so I'll just do that. There's no semblance of meaning to any of how I'm doing this. Okay, let's see. That's too shiny. Not that shiny. That shiny. No, it's sickening. No, it's not. You just don't. Madness. Let me spray with my little eye. That. Okay. Word. There we go. Now for the claws, which should be simple enough. Settle that. Hey, I can't control the urge. Don't love it. No, I'm wrong. There's two kinds of whites that I'm using on here. I'm using the cream tone and then I'm using a bluer tone white. Yeah, it's unfortunate. If it had all been the same kind, this would have been easy. You can see we're making really good progress, though. Tonight, I am determined to get to bed at a decent time. That's a fight with my brain, and I have to win. Drinking water to fill up the void in my tummy. So if y'all haven't drank any water, you probably should. Because it's very important. Took 3 sips just in case. Okay. We are gonna do... Gonna do the green first. I need to remember the heel part of the shoe is also green. This is like my version of a coloring page. Doing the sketching is kind of fun. Doing the line art is not that fun, honestly. But when I get to the coloring, it's such a soothing thing for me. This is why art is one of my favorite hobbies. I definitely need to get back into the days where I drew more than I gamed, because that was definitely helpful. I know last year I did Art April. We're already like halfway through April though, so it feels a little bit late to do an Art April. Maybe I'll do an Art August. That seems reasonable. They both start with the letter A. Now I have shorts, heels. Right? Okay, no, they're not. I had to check and see if the frills were the same color as the shorts or not. I could not recall. Let me go to the line art. I found something I dislike. There we go. Hopefully this won't be like the last character sheet I did where I just sort of forgot to like shade in certain details like buttons. That was kind of funny. My shoulder popped. That's not fun. Didn't hurt though. So that's good. Nope, nope, nope. Absolutely not. Nope. I'm gonna be very picky right now. Probably should reduce the brush size. That would help. And see, we already have that shade of green on the color palette, so I don't have to worry about that too much. I don't know how to shade hats and help. Also, I don't know, maybe I'm not shading with the same color. Oh, I'm definitely not shading with the same color. Here we go, we're doing an alternate like we did down there. So here. they're working on they're getting ready to do an early access like version of Hades 2, which I'm super hyped for because I freaking loved Hades. Have not finished it, need to finish it. Actually probably should do a couple of streams on that because I live for that game because I love Greek mythology. Yeah, so I'll definitely have to do. There's only a little bit more that I have left to go for that one actually. So it's almost done. If I do finish it, it'll be one of the few games I actually finish, because I don't finish games very often. Okay, that looks adequate. Probably. Not very much. Yeah, I definitely have a little bit of a shine there, so I probably should do that for the heels. Goodness, ooh, goodness. That's better, but not good enough. Colors feel off. I don't know if there's a reason for this. I figure I'll just keep going with it. After green, I'm gonna do the cream color. Ah, the leaves are also that color. Okay, good to know. Let me correct this really quick. Really something super silly. Yep. I was absolutely doing that on the wrong layer. Almost forgot about the one on the head. Hey! Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. It is a little bit duller than that, so duller color. No, it just feels darker over there. Maybe I just... That seems reasonable. Wait, that looks nice. Now I can move on to the cream-colored clothing. Wish my headset wasn't conflicting with my glasses. I wish my headset wasn't conflicting with my glasses so much. Cause when I wear my headset for too long, it kinda like presses in to the glasses, which presses into like the side of my head, which can slowly but surely make me start to have this sort of semi-headache. Like, not a full headache, but like on the cusp of a headache. Basically, it's just an irritation. Something I definitely wish I could, get rid of. For sure. Oh my goodness. that is not the tool I wanted to use. There we go. After the cream color, we have the little brown color. And after that, I pretty much set. Besides the little flowers and what. And then we gotta do the, excluding the background, the general background of the image, we still have to do the 4 expression images. But then after that, we'll be done. Alright, I still have to make some assets for the, rigging showcase that I'm working on. So far, I like what I have, but all I have so far is an intro. Once I get past that point, I can actually decide whether or not it's good or not. Another tone that's really hard to work with because white versus skin tone for Caucasians is really it's difficult. Feels like I'm missing something here. I don't. There. Technically, I do have a golden color also for the buttons, and I just remembered that. Yeah, it's a good thing I remembered that, or else I would have forgotten to color buttons again. No. Easy fix. Here for the flower. Oh, I forgot the flowers down here. I'm just gonna remove my headset for a bit. Let the top of my head rest, because it is pressing down hard. Perhaps I've got it too tightly bound. I might have to... Oh! Hi! Hello, welcome in Raiders! I am Ryu, Ice Storm Dragon from the mystical world of Castatal. Welcome in. I was gonna say I'm Ryu again, but I already said that. Anyways, how was your stream today? I'm trying to talk in a much calmer tone because I've been having issues with my mic peaking quite a bit recently. I'm doing good. I'm working on this little character reference sheet for a model that I rigged that I'm planning on auctioning off. Part of my little project to help diversify the types of dragons I see in the VTuber community, because I love dragons and I would love to see a wider variety. Now I'm starting with one that does indeed exist in the VTuber community, which is a Wyvern. However, I just don't see it very often, which is why I started with that one. But the next one I do, I'm going to move on to a definitely I have never seen one in the VTubing community dragon, and it's a cockatrice. I have never seen that in the VTubing community. It might exist, but I just haven't seen it thus far. Same thing with like a basilisk. I've never seen a basilisk in the VTubing community. And I'm pretty much the only amphithere I've seen. Or rather that I've noticed. But yeah, just me with my millions of random projects that I made for myself that are difficult. But yeah, this model is completely and totally fully rigged. I actually, like, have it on hand. I can pull it out, actually. In just a second, as soon as I finish coloring this face portion here. This box. I don't know if VTuber come kind of huge. What? I love doing VTuber commissions. It's really fun for me, especially when they give me a little bit of leeway with character design and whatnot. Although there's such a thing as too much leeway, because I prefer when people at least have a general idea of what they want. But I mean, if someone does give me like a lot of leeway, I will go absolutely ham. I totally will. Oh yeah, VTuber community, that's what you meant. Okay, usually when I see com, it's short for commission. Yeah, so yeah, it is a pretty large community. I haven't seen it, which is why I'm like, I wanna diversify the community by like making these little models and putting them up for auction. Let me pull out the Wyvern Girl model. One moment. Wait a second. I feel like I had a shortcut for this. Where I had a shortcut. What is this one? Ah, okay. Here we go. Bah. Yeah. Okay, hold on. I do need her to be a little bit bigger. You can see compared to my 4.0 just how much better the rigging is for this one. It's so much more bouncy and floofy, and I love it so much. Wow. I do have an arm in toggle. Oh, that's the happy toggle, my bad. But yeah, the little emotion toggles, I love them. They're so cute. They're adorable. But yeah, here's the arm in toggle. I did that because whoever gets this model, it might be a little bit disruptive to have the wings out all the time. So, you know, you fold them in. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I had a lot of fun making this one. I can't wait to make the next one because I'm going to alternate between male and female models because I can't just only make girl models, you know? I also have to make boy models because there are guys that VTube as well. I have to provide options. But yeah, I'm going to go back to me. But yeah, that's the character design sheet that I'm working on right now. Here I am. I'm too large. Hold on. Alright. Much better. Nah, that was me showing off the the Wyvern girl model that I'm making the character sheet for right now. That's not going to be my personal model. I'm actually going to be putting it up for auction for somebody else to have. My one hope is that it gets auctioned off at a decent price and whoever wants to can use it. But I hope it goes to someone that will use it, because I would hate for it to just vanish off the face of the earth since I put in so much work. Alrighty, now we're doing cream colors. I gotta, one moment. I'm gonna extend out the headphones a little bit. Okay, hopefully that'll stop the top of my head from hurting so badly. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's something I really enjoy. Okay, now, first things first. I'm making the little color preview thing flowers because I think it's cute. And then the dot in the middle is supposed to be like shades. The extra dot off to the side of some of them is when I use a different kind of shading for like the same color. And it's like multiple different types of shades. It's confusing, I know, but something... Yeah, it's mostly just this part right here that I'm like, I don't particularly like that part. Love the flowers though. Okay, can I grab cream colored shit? Oh no, what have I done? Gosh, that is almost imperceptible. It's fine. Yeah, I have it for the green and for the pink, and then I also have to have it for the white here because I do have a bluish white. Oh, where am I going? You just stare at something too hard and then your eyes just start to go wonky. I think I'm having that problem right now. Stared a little bit too hard and now it's like, what is happening? I don't know. Do a couple of these. I'm gonna scroll up a little bit. Oh, indeed. I don't recall if I ever asked. What were you streaming today? I feel a little bit silly for waiting so long, but figure better late than never. Was finishing line art? Nice. Thankfully for me, I did the line art for this thing the other day, so I just about it. Which is so great. Because line art is not one of my favorite things to do. A bit difficult. It does take time. It almost makes me wish that I had one of those painterly styles so that I didn't have to do line art. But unfortunately, I do not have a painterly style. So I have to do line art. How's the progress going on the wings and all? Last time I saw you were having quite the serious conversation with the wings not corroborating. Well, I'm actually done rigging the model now, and I'm working on a little character reference sheet for her. Hold on while I just haven't right. Hey, crabbing right. Am confusion. Anyways, moving on. What am I grabbing? I don't know what this is. Oh, there it is. Anyways, that's a little bit more adequate. You can kind of see more of it there. Sketching is fun? Oh yeah, sketching is fun. I like sketching. And coloring for me is borderline therapeutic. Quite enjoy coloring things. Yeah, like I said, I need to like pick a day to practice the speed at which I sketch and line art. Oh, okay, so I added 2 new redeems. I added the Yeet redeem, which lets you use channel points to throw things at me. And then I added the VIP redeem, which allows... Oh no, is it not working? Otomate nande. Hold on while I troubleshoot. What is this? Hold on. Let me just... Where is it? Oh, for a second. I'm gonna figure out why it's not working. Let me figure out why. Why? Why? I just full disconnected from my VTube studio. That's what it is. And from my Twitch, apparently. Reconnect, you little punk. Ah! We clicked too aggressively. And yeah, if you have the points, you can do that. Okay, so it's reconnected. It's reconnected. Hold on while I fix it just a little more. Turn that back on. And then let me just... There we go. Perfect. It has fixed itself. Okay. Transform was also listed as new for me, but I know I've seen that one before. Ah! There's no cooldown, but I think the program itself might go crazy if too many are redeemed at once. I've seen it happen before, where I just no longer see things being yeeted at me. I just hear the smack sound, and I'm like, where is it coming from? But yeah, if you get enough points, you can get VIP on my channel, and I figured that's something I could do, because I've seen other people do that. It's a really clever way to do that. So I figured, why not? Doing that there, yep. A little bit of blending here. You've given the chat too much power? No, too much power is if when I decide to add a text-to-speech. I haven't gone that far yet. A little bit of a blend. Say that even though it's a blur tool. It's fine. Potato, potato. Well, I'm very durable. I am very durable. It's fine. What does VIP entail? You get a magic little gem next to your name. That's about that. And technically for me, I have a setting set up so that it highlights VIP's messages for me so I can notice them more easily. I only have a couple of VIPs on my channel, not a lot, and I figured I probably have plenty of slots. I might as well make it a redeem. Alrighty. That seems adequate. And then we have the color thing. We're definitely gonna have to shrink it down though. Because next is the brown. Brr. Okay. Need this one and then this one. Both. Hopefully they will both shrink down at once. No keeping the original image. That should be more than adequate. Cute. Okay, perfect. Originally, I was thinking about doing tulips for the Wyvern gal, but then I switched to daffodils. Considering I have enough for a half off on a commission, but still not enough for VIP status, I take it it's not that easy to get unless I'm just really bad at joining streams in general. Might actually be the last one. Honestly, I made it really high on purpose because I do, while I do have open slots for VIP, I don't technically have an unlimited amount of slots for VIP, and I'm not 100% sure how many I actually have. So I made it high intentionally. I'm sure there are some people that could, like, already redeem that. It's also a way to kind of get rid of points, because a lot of people will have a lot of points and nothing to do with them, which is also why I added the yeet redeem, because, you know, it gives people something to do with their points. Because a lot of the higher tier stuff is like very specific. Like, for example, the half off commission price. Not everybody wants a commission. So it's like, let me give them something else to do with their points. Color right here. Mine. I'll be in the shadows. Om nom nom time. Alrighty, thank you for the lurk. I hope you enjoy your meal and or snack. I'm not sure what you're going for. For me, it is getting rather close to dinner time, though, which means I'll probably have to wrap up here soon. Let's see if I can't at least get the base coloring down for the brown, though, before I do. Need to zoom in a little bit more. After brown, I still have gold and a couple of other details to finish off. After that, we will be good. Also, I'm looking through the redeems right now. Is the ara just a sound effect, or you have to say it? I have to say it. I don't have a sound effect for that. I'm not particularly good at it because I'm kind of uwu baby, but I do give it my best shot. I figure I have to have at least one cringe VTuber thing. Although technically I do also have Gao Gao, which people redeem infinitely more. Slowly but channeling my inner Bob Ross. Didn't want to have another meltdown like I did last time because I couldn't decide what canvas size that I wanted. And yes, that is indeed something that occurred. I am not making that up. I kind of lost my mind a little bit. I don't know that I would classify it as a full breakdown, but I did lose my mind just a little bit. You'll have to color that pink. You also have the Big Brother one. I don't know how people... No, I don't know how to spell that. That a lot of people go crazy about, and since you said it yourself, you have a younger voice that could work, just putting it out there to get your chat to use their points. I'm avoiding that one because I don't think it really fits into my character. I'm not really a younger sister type of character, and even if I was, I would really be worried about the connotations of, like... I don't know, I always find it really weird when people do obsess over that kind of thing in anime. Just a personal preference. I feel like I'm missing something. I don't think I actually am, though. I think it's just in my head. need to be more leathery, so I'll worry about the lighter color in a The second is now. No, people can do whatever lighting they want for the thing. Something like that? No. One I want to look smoother, so I'm gonna do this. It makes sense. It's always rubbed me the wrong way too. I just decided not to pay attention to it. I was just giving suggestions based on what you said earlier. Other than that, I don't know what else weird character traits that is in voice lines. None come to mind. I know if I was ever like in an anime, I would always want to be one of those cutesy little anime girls where like, I don't know why I'm obsessed over this, but the ones that end their sentences in nanoja, you know, the little ones that go, and then they end their sentences with nanoja. I just thought it's really cute. I don't know why. I'm not fluent in Japanese though, so that's something I can't really focus on. But yeah, I do have the Gao Gao, which is something that I do because I'm a dragon, so it makes sense. Perfect. Perfect. Lovely, beautiful. Okay, now I need... What am I... It looks like I made it cream colored, but then shaded it pink? Interesting. I can do that, I guess. I need to sneeze. Oh no. I'm fine. I don't know that one. I know there's a bunch of things that has be said either in the lines or after the lines is done. I believe it's believed to be a speech quirk. Like Naruto always saying, believe it. But I know it's something. Oh yeah, date bayo. Yeah. I don't know if it's actually something people do or if it's just a stereotype thing. There are different ways to end sentences. I don't understand the date bayo one. I don't quite get it. But I know a lot of them are just like sentence enders, like desu, which is technically desu, but you don't really hear the su part very often, so it just sounds like des. But yeah, that's like a very common sentence ender. And then if you don't do des, you can do masu, which like arigatou gozaimasu. It would be really weird if someone said arigatou gozai desu. That would be so cursed. But yeah, I've heard Nanoja as a sentence ender. I've heard Degozaru, which is typically like a lot of samurai type characters will use that, the Degozaru. So I'm thinking it's supposed to represent like a much older fashioned way of speaking. But yeah, there's a couple of different ways that people like do that. Oh, that's red. That is red. No, 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 bad, bad. That feels like the incorrect color somehow. Feels like the incorrect color. I also know that certain characters like cat people say, "Oh, nya." Yeah, nya is the sound a cat makes. Kon is the sound a fox makes. Kero is like ribbit ribbit, so kero kero for frogs. Um, Gal is rar, which is why I have a Gal Gal redeem because I'm a dragon. So basically, the nya is. Oh, I didn't even hear it that time. The sound broke. Oh no. Hold on. Can I? There's the sound. Okay. Anyways, um, it's basically like puns. Like if there was a cat character and they said good meowing instead of good morning. Something like that. So, like, ohayo go nyaimasu. Or ohayo gozaimasu nya. So, that it would typically be written as some sort of cat pun. You'll see the translations like that quite a bit in, different anime with cat girls. Oh, so this is a more orangish color. I think it's probably like this. Yeah, it's probably that. It's probably the hair color. Yeah, that looks accurate. Okay, perfect. Pinkish on the inside. At least that's what I wanted to do. Okay. Now I have gold. Are those gold? Yes. Okay. Got it. Yeah, but I always interpret it as some kind of lisp for the character, and a little bit the same for Naruto with his believe it. That Japanese way, that is... Samurai characters or certain stereotypes is more like an accent or a habit, like the pampered princess type always laughing in that hysterical way. Yeah, you have the old Joel-san kind of like laugh, but yeah, it's not really a lisp. It is like a speech quirk, but I wouldn't compare it to a lisp at all. It's completely different. I don't necessarily know that there is a comparison in the English language. I don't think there really is. But it's just like a little speech quirk. And then, of course, some of them are actually legitimately dialects. So it really depends on the time period, I think. Because, like I said, the Degozaru is definitely from a more antiquated way of speaking because it's always used for, like, medieval type characters or, like, samurai and stuff like that. I feel like the fact that they translated Datebayo is kind of silly. In all honesty, because probably does not even remotely translate to what they're making it there to say, because it is just like an extra little thing they put on the end of sentences. It's just like, I don't think it's actually the way that they're translating it. Long story short. Where else do I have buttons? I have buttons here. There's one. This. Oh gosh, I put a yellow line. Okay. I don't think there's any more gold there. Here, however. Here. I have to have to shrink them again. To make them smaller again. They're still okay. With the speech quirk is that it is a way of speaking with an unintentional add-on, so I guess that counts for Naruto, but when you're pronouncing a word slightly different, that is what is commonly known for younger kids as a lisp. If you're pronouncing a word slightly different, in my opinion, it's called an accent. Like potato, potato. That's a matter of accent. That's not a lisp. A lisp is when you have trouble with, like, certain letters in words and pronouncing them. Yeah, an accent and lisps are two completely different things. We need to move this down. I think that looks good. Need this to be bigger. Whoop, no, no, no. As I understand it, they have trouble pronouncing those parts any other way than that. Then that's at least how I interpret it, but I could be wrong. Yeah, so, yeah, an accent and a lisp are two completely different things. A lisp is kind of more of, like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's just an inability to say certain, like, characters and things like that. And, like, sure, if you train hard enough, you can get rid of your lisp, although some people struggle with that and still continue to have the lisp later on. But, like, an accent is just kind of how you've been raised to speak. And you just talk like that. It's not something you can. Well, I mean, you could change your accent if you worked really, really hard. Or if you spend some times in other places. Like, for example, if you spend long enough in, like, random throw out, France. If you spend long enough in France, you might kind of get an accent from being in France and speaking French for so long. Of course, it would be a really long time that requires that. It's not just, oh, I've been here a month and all of a sudden I have an accent. But, you know. Okay, this one, and then the darker color is gonna be, like, darker, right? Darkest the darkest color. Make sure I don't go darker than the darkest color. Here we go. As the gold colors. Actually really hungry right now, and I'm really hoping that they get started on dinner soon. I'm not doing this right. Hello. My tumbly... Tumbly? My tummy has the rumblies. This is fine. Gently do that. About it there, and then I just need to go over here. Shade that. Oh, wait, the button on the back. Almost forgot about that. Oh, too much. Alrighty. Go ahead and put the reference image away. Okay. Now for the paper, we want it to be a nice color. Think about including darker and lighter tones to it. Maybe like a nice little golden tone. Oh, nope, that's not good enough. Nope. See more of that than anything. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing, and I pretend that I do. I'm just gonna... Just gonna... Yep. Not sure if I like the yellow or not. I think we'll have to see Maybe if I do this instead. And then maybe if I change this color for this bar. Yes, and then I'll do this, and then I'll do that. But that'll just look weird with the white. So I think what I need to do is I need to make it like a darker shade of green than what I have present. Yes. Perfect. Less perfect, actually. No, undo. That'll be fine, I guess. Okay, it's not actually the same slowly pronunciation. Certain letters, like I was a child, always pronouncing R in a peculiar way, and I kept mixing up B and D. I know there are certain people who absolutely cannot pronounce S even in adulthood, yeah. But I see your point in it being an accent too. I just feel like an accent is not tied to... Wait. They're mostly born in the same place. I swear they are having this speech quirk. Okay, well... People who are born in a specific place and grow up in a specific place and speak a specific way because of being from that specific place, it's said that they have an accent. That's kind of what it is. Like, for example, I am from the South. I have a Southern accent. It's not as strong as other people's Southern accent, but I do technically have a Southern accent. Like, I'll say things like y'all. And, like, other stuff, like y'all and ain't, and I use double negatives like they're not double negatives. That's just the way that I grew up, the place that I grew up. That's the way we talk. And as an accent, it's not really... Accent is the word for it. I'm definitely writing too much text myself. Sorry about that. I just got kind of excited about this conversation. You're fine. You're totally fine. You don't ever have to apologize about writing too much. Do I want the outline to be white? I don't know that I want the outline to be white. I think I should have the outline be something. But like... It's gonna be a brown color. Ooh. I hate that. No. I do not like that. Yep, okay, we're going back to white. Yes. Anyways, this is good progress. This is great progress. And since all I'm gonna have left is the emotions that I gotta put in this general area here on the canvas, I think that's gonna be probably where I call it for today. I'll just do the rest next time. Talking about them being born in the same place where the setting is being put, that they are from a different place. Like, I have seen certain animes where different kids from different races had certain speech quirks, but they all grew up together in the same village. It's something where a certain race lives in clans, yeah, I could see it, but when they all grew up together, I don't see how it is an accent related to their race. Okay. Well, that depends on the context. Like, for example, it's entirely possible that the voice actor they hired just has this certain accent. That is plausible, because it happens all the time. And then there's also the possibility of people seeing certain accents for certain characters because of basically their personalities. Because sometimes you cast a certain accent for a certain personality. That's kind of like, the joke about, like, big tough people, like, having a Russian accent. That's, like, a whole thing. So, in terms of, like, settings, in terms of, like, getting in different anime, getting characters with different accents, I think it's still plausible, mostly because A, most of them are fantasy. B, a lot of the characters don't really... How do I put this? A lot of the characters don't really elaborate on why they speak the certain way that they do, so there could be some sort of backstory or something else. I'm still talking about the speech correct, like con. Oh. Con's just the sound a fox makes. So if somebody's a fox person, they make the fox person say con because it's funny. That's just because it's a joke. Same thing with nya. Yeah, that's just to be funny. Because if, like, at this point, they've done it so much with the cat girls and the cat boys going nya. At this point, if you had them stop saying nya, it would actually be odd. So that's not even an accent. That's just them doing that as a joke. It's basically like a pun. That one's not even a speech quirk so much. That's just, haha. They make cat pun because they are cat. Or in the case of Con, fox pun because they are fox. That's kind of like, Suyu-chan, from My Hero, even though I'm not really big on My Hero, but, she always says kero at the end of a sentence because kero is the sound a frog makes, and she's supposed to have frog powers. Yeah, it's not really a lisp. It's like a pun. It's just a joke to be funny. Let me see. So I'm done with that. Oh, why did you pop up? Go, be gone. Okay. Let me find a lovely person to raid today. Since I have been streaming for like 3.5 hours, it's about time. Next time I stream, it's probably gonna be a game. Oh, I'm not disappointed in you, don't worry. Trust me, no matter how stubborn or argumentative I get, I'm never disappointed in somebody, and it takes a lot even to make me dislike a person, because I can literally be at a table arguing with someone about something, and we could be tearing each other's throats out, but then the next like 10 minutes later, I could be totally chill with them, laughing and having a great time. It's just how I am as a person. You are totally fine. I am not disappointed in you. Alrighty, who do I want to raid today? What lovely people do we have? King Kaiki is live, which is always nice. Definitely want to raid an art streamer since I just came off of doing art. I see some people playing Fallout, which makes sense. What with the Fallout kick? Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna raid King Kaiki. But to be fair, I still believe that there is a different word for it. I just chose lisp because Denmark roughly calls the same, and I interpreted it as some kind of speech impediment or whatever, just to make it canon and not just a pun. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I'm not sure if there's a specific term for it either. I just know that the animal sound thing is just supposed to be like a silly little pun. And then things like what Naruto does, I'm pretty sure they are like little speech quirks, but I'm not sure if there is a term for it or not. So yeah. Let me switch to my ending screen. Ending screen. Let me get this kind of situated. Whack, whack. Perfect. Okay, beautiful. Great. Glorious. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead and set up the raid. Okay, we are gonna raid King Kaiki, who is a lovely artist. They are a no mic streamer, so absolutely just there for vibes mostly. They have a really nice art style that I quite love. I know that is a term for it, I just don't know what it is because I have something similar. I just don't know the English word. Alright. Yeah, I don't know the English word either. So don't worry about it. Alright, but we're gonna raid King Kaiki, who is working on... I think it's a fan art? I don't know if it's a fan art or if it's a commission. Could be a commission, I'm not sure. But they're drawing a cute little bunny character. It's adorable. If you all want to copy the raid message that I have, feel free. And then also, if you haven't joined the Discord, it's a very chill, quiet place. Feel free to do that. And to top it all off, if you like my art style, I take commissions and stuff on my coffee page. I also have a little shop there where I have some free things up on this shop, but they're mostly bee-related from April Fools. Yeah. If you want to support me monetarily, coffee's a great place. If you don't want to, like, do that, it's not required. It's just there. But I will see you all next time. Have a wonderful time. And next time I'll be streaming will be a game. I don't know which one. But I bid you adieu for now. Bye-bye. Boop. And a boop. And a boop.